so you guys can grab your seats, grab your drinks. Before I start, I definitely want to thank you guys for coming out tonight. So give yourself a round of applause for being here. Support your local poets. I kind of wanted to go over the Shade of Fear itself and what inspired the Shade of Fear. And so for those of you guys, especially the Hispanic culture, I don't mean to rule out the other ones, but you know, we had the Cucuy, we had La Llorona, we had all kinds of different things going on, right? I'm not even full Mexican, I'm not full there, I'm not Filipino, but my mom, I don't know if she did stuff to scare me or did stuff like it was real, right? But we heard things in the house throughout the time. I grew up in Santa Fe Springs. I lived on Danby Street. My first book, When the Light Does Not Shine, that is from a lot of stuff that happened there. You know, and people can say, was that real? Was that not real? Was it fake? And to me it was real. And, you know, and part of this despair, part of this being alone, you know, during this first poem I'm going to read to you guys, it is called The Hellacious Sounds Inside. And when I read this poem, if you've ever been alone, if you've ever heard voices that were not there, if you ever saw things that people said, that's not true, you know, I hope this can touch you in a different way. And those of you guys that don't believe, I hope you can follow along, because to me, this voice, this poem is real. My tombstone's etched. These feelings of death plague my mind. Familiar waves crashing. I want to die, I cry. Why am I alone? The voices of three, one is me. The voice of two is ever haunting. My senses riddled by this phenomenon. I taste it, I wear it, I smell the stench of murder in the air. The onslaught of whispers my world to despair. Shh, quiet now. Their lives grow bold. The sound of my curdling blood going louder on cold. Shackled to their hate, I know that I'm observed. All my life was fight alone, disturbed. I see them is growing, taking shape in the air. Mystic shadows, I blink and blink. The time has come, I have nowhere to run. My white walls of cheap plaster, a ceiling patched away, haunted precision. Their mission, they're wanting to stay. He whispers once, let me in. He whispers twice, and it begins. The daunting voice, it crackles, it chatters, it whispers abound. Do as I say, as the voice of two comes slithering around. Turn off the light so I may see. Demands his voice, showing his greed. Frail and muted, the voice of two exposes his devious plan. Now feed my hunger, I want you to bleed. Sweating and wrench, I cannot speak. Singing and shivering, he just won't leave. I finally whimper, please stop, leave me alone. My breath caught, I respond in screeching groans. His laughter ignites, I start to break down. Moving fast, a caged animal, so desperate for hope. Please someone help. I'm chilled to the bone. And yet I always return to this place of evil I know. I grab the knife to please his need. The voice says no. I hear his plea. That's too simple for me. He craves much more than death. He requires my pain. I can feel something more sinister is headed my way. The voice says, boy, the time has come. A trick, let me show you. Are you ready, my son? I gasp to the window. I plead friends for a last ray of hope. I look to the ground where I know I will go. The voice now quiet. What is he gone? my head spinning. I plead to be left alone. Oh, this agony everlasting. It's like hell's continual song. And then my fragile arm starts to bleed. My body rising off the floor. Stop, I yell, but I continue to float. Blackness forms to my left. His voice murmuring as a heartbeat. I think, is this him? At his best? Now he takes shape, a creature of the night. I watch his slithering tongue move from left to right. Our eyes meet. His are red like wine. With his chocolate black skin ripe and putrid, pus of a pus divine. Burned his layers of skin, his serpent, this thing. More than human does exist. And now he stares, he glares, his powers grow. Alone, as I continue to float. Tell me, boy, are you afraid? The smells of limestone and sulfur as I engage. Yes, I'm terrified, but do as you will. Alone, I'm alone, and yet stand still. Do you really want me to leave you alone? Do you want to live in a world that is so cold? Alone every night, who is by your side? I know only these voices I hear every day and night. Let me join you, come, he invite me in. Let me show you the world of death. Let's begin. You must speak these words to me. Enter my body. His name was high. But alone, so alone, I had no friends. My only companions are these intruders that I must have inside. I think I'm so weak. My resolution dissolving, entrance in the air, faltering, obeying his call. The stench now of cigarettes enters my nose, dazed and confused, birthing a creature into this world. Do I say yes? Do I say no? But why, oh why in this world that is so cold? The demon, he says, now say the words at once. But I can't speak a word of breath. The decision I make, will I be free? The demon shakes with anger. Oh boy, you will bleed. But why do you need someone like me? Why are you mad if I say no? What do I have that makes you so cold? I look at his body, now fading away. The demon says, no, I want to stay. Away he dissipates as I fall to the floor. Safe for now, until he comes once more. Thank you guys. Gracious. No idea when I put that out, I was like, man, people are gonna look at you and be like, dude, you're crazy, bro. Like, you know? But Gothic poetry, you know, if you guys have ever, if you have ever heard anything, if you ever saw something that wasn't there, and you feel something, that's what this night was about. I have not apologized for what I'm going to read or what I'm going to say or what I'm going to feel. I'm not apologizing for those of you guys who have felt similar things. And those of you guys who were intrigued, like, damn, that guy heard some stuff right there. That's what it was for too, okay? This next piece, I'm intrigued by vampires. I love the concept of vampires. I love the concept of seduction. I will bring up a musician with me for the next few pieces. Please welcome Kakophonix. And as he prepares, as I've told you guys, when I travel to write, I love writing in different places. I love getting inspired from different things. And you know what, when I was writing Lust, I listened to Adam Hurst. He's a musician. I listened to classical music. I love to get inspired. And I was like, you know what? Why don't I bring a cellist with me on stage? Yes. And I hope for those of you guys who are into vampires, who are into the concept of seduction, being alone, and finding a partner on the other side, this one is for you. The taste of lust. Have you ever embellished it? Let me show you the way. The moon's light eating its way through the clouds of promise. The blood moon tantalizing the atmosphere. Radiant, electrifying. Come look at it, my beloved. Let me fill your heart with a thirst that only I can quench. Can you sense my intentions? Can you see who I truly am as I gaze into your eyes? Oh, the sweet lure, charming words, whispered in plain images. Strategically, I breathe in your ear. Can you feel me sucking you in? You are becoming my driving pulse. Come and ride with me on the wings of eternity. Skin to skin, our cheeks glazing, night of fire. No man can extinguish this night of seduction. The hymen in the air. Intoxicating music swaying through our souls. Our minds tasting the forbidden. Hold your frame blooming before my eyes, ripe to the touch. The red of the wine coursing through your veins, easing apprehension. I can see your desire growing. The gleam in your eyes, the parting of your lips. Your innocence is my drug. I hold your hand, finding support. But you know exactly what's to come. Your eagerness heightens my senses, is burning, consuming the lowest reaches of my soul. Deeper we go. There's no stopping now as my hands glide endlessly over your thighs. Our desirous tongues devour each other in this sacrificial light. This sacrificial night where I obtain your body and soul. The time has come. As you look at me, begging me to fulfill your deepest desire. Is this what you really want? Yes, you can barely whisper. The answer filling me with raw power, primal friend's tone. Black as night, my eyes turn true. Death drains your life. I'm a creature not living nor dead, a being unscathed by time. This yearning for blood unleashes every fiber of my being. I take delight in your fear, and I fully understand the cost. Unable to run, I can't help but sneer as I cover with all that I am. Our lives now become one. I sink in my teeth into the rapturous flow. Your flesh easily torn away. The screams you make thrill me with moans of you and more of you I crave. You laugh the drizzle of crimson life. Your draining body, flaccid and cold. Now sleep the sleep of your endless night as I look upon the beauty bestowed. When you awake, you will be mine forever. Sleep now, my new partner in life. Baby, we got eternity. Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, I definitely feel that my poetry is unique. And when writing, you know, I was always thinking like, should I not do this? Should I not say that? Why should we not say what we feel? I believe we as a whole, a culture, society, that's what we're wrong. Say what you feel. I am so happy to have you guys here to share tonight with you guys. Gothic Poetry, Shade of Fear, our poets. So I really appreciate you guys so much for coming. So I was debating. I was like, you know what? I'm going to, when doing the next piece, I said, I kind of want to be different. I love reading from books. I love hardcovers. I am not the phone guy. That is not me. And I was like, you know what? I was watching some of these other poets as they were preparing on stage, and I was getting more like insights, and we are in a new day and age. I am almost 40. I look freaking amazing though, but almost 40 years old, right? It's like crazy. And I was like, you know what? For one of my poems, I see authors doing it from their phones. I have memorized a lot for you guys tonight, and the thing with writing that that I didn't understand is, I wrote my poem, I changed my poem, I hated my poem, I got an editor, she changed it, I changed it, we wrote it, we went back, and I was like, man, I don't even know where I'm at anymore, because that's part of writing. What am I going to give you guys? And tonight, I do, because of time especially, I do want to close tonight with a piece that is intriguing. And when I wrote this piece, I said, you know what, should I bring this out, or should I not?
Bring it.
And I'm bringing it tonight. This is Alone. In the dark room of winter, alone, a sense of alarm flooding the black night. The white moon frozen in time, the knock at the front door, and the aching rap of something cracking, tapping, wanting in. The light on the porch, enveloped by darkness. At the front door, she peers, but no one stands there. She turns, fear hits her in the chest. A coursing veins, her heart knows. A knock, once more, on that wood of that now rotting door. The porch stands empty and cold. The curtain, white and closed. Her mind, reeling, pulsing, feeling the hairs on her arms. Swelling, she knows. The disturbing dark night. The conjuring of something evil, something profound, wanting in. She turns away from the door. There inside, he stands across the hall. She's small, her blood fleeting. She's bleeding a whimper of terror. The standoff, his mask, the clown of a child's nightmare. His knife, glinting in his hand, dancing in his fingers, ready to strike again. Her universe, gone. She's alone, alone, like a corpse in a casket, closed, concealed. Any noise she makes sounds like muffled cries from deep within the earth. His eyes, black, rolling over like a shark of continual death, ravaging his victim, installing more than fear. Her single tear falls. She slashes out, lunging and thrusting. His savage hands penetrate his mark. Her ribs cracking and popping like a dog, tail wagging against plastic. Her soul, pure. He thinks of her like a child's plaything, a pet. His dark universe, her laughter, his spit seeping from the corners of his mouth, drenched with unquenchable need of grin. Here she sees his teeth, yellow and brown, crooked and stained, rotten, his smell profound. He topples her to the floor, his claw-like hands around her delicate neck of innocence. Away she goes, gurgling, gurgling. She moans, she moans. Away she goes, into the night. Her innocence, drained, gone. Away she goes, alone, alone. So, definitely, thank you to Kakophonix for being here with me tonight. Yeah, thank you guys.